All right. Hello and welcome to the last week of the Catholic Teacher Summer Series. I'm so excited that you are here with me again today. So today we're going to be talking about all things classroom decor in the Catholic classroom and what that looks like and how you can make your classroom a little more Catholic this upcoming school year. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and dive right in. So just as a reminder, I'm not going to be able to see any comments while I'm presenting. So I will drop links and pick a winner for the giveaway at the end after I've finished this up. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and dive right in. All righty. So like I mentioned, we're going to be talking today about classroom decor with a Catholic twist. And remember to stay until the end today for your chance to win a $10 gift card to my store. The winner must be live to win. So stick around to the end for that little giveaway today. So I'm going to talk about four things today. The first thing is a prayer space. Okay. And I'm sure most of you have dedicated prayer spaces, but I just thought I'd share some of the things that I put in my prayer space to make it kind of special for my students. And so we have a dedicated space. This is the actual space that I used last year in my classroom. And the students know that that's our dedicated prayer space. And I change it seasonally. So you can see there, that's our Lent little bulletin board behind it. Lent, I keep it typically a little simpler on it. We have the Bible open, we have a little greenery there, but and our gratitude stone, but we don't have too much going on it during Lent. You can also put like a tablecloth over it to go with the liturgical seasons. Also a great way, a visual for students to know what season we're in. This was a mock prayer space that I made during COVID when we weren't at school. And so this has everything that you could include on it. So the St. Mary's Press Children's Bible, I've talked about it many a times. It is amazing and my favorite. I'll put a link in the comments for this Bible. They also have them if you teach older kids. They have Breakthrough, which is for middle school, and then a young adult Bible as well. I have a book bin. It was not pictured in the page before, but the book bin is on like the shelf on the bottom. And it includes picture books, Catholic books, prayer service books, prayer books, full of different Catholic prayers. I also keep a copy of our Gather book, which is our hymnal that we use, just in case we need to pull it out and check in on lyrics or something. I love when we can connect what we're learning to a song that we're singing at Mass, which is really fun. I always have a themed bulletin board for the month, or liturgical seasons. You just saw previously we had a Lent one up, whether it's Advent or celebrating St. Patrick, or we're celebrating All Saints Day. We always are changing the bulletin board to be current with what we're learning in class. Or some years I've also done the Saint of the Month on the bulletin board. So just constantly changing. I always have a cross on there. Sometimes I have little Mary statues. I love having little greenery, brighten it up a little bit in our space. And if you are looking for a fun little Bible hack here, what I have my Bible sitting on is actually a cookbook stand. Great find, got mine on Amazon and use it all the time to prop the Bible up, and then you put the little things on so it stays on the page that you want. But just a little teacher hack there. So have a dedicated prayer space, be changing out the bulletin boards, have your kids know that this is your space for prayer and where they can find all the relevant things that they might need. All right, the next one is just your regular classroom things and making them Catholic. So I'm going to show you some pictures of things that I've done in my room, including an alphabet, classroom jobs, calendar, affirmation station, and name tags. So I'm going to I'll move on and I'll talk about them as I show you the pictures here. So a Catholic alphabet, I've just paired the letter with the word that has to do with our faith. And so I have these up. I don't have the print ones up. I have cursive ones that I put up in my classroom. I just forgot to take a picture of those ones. And so I have them all up in my room, and I back them with paper that's color coded to my room theme. I also have an affirmation station in my classroom that students can go to, and it says, I am, and I'm faithful like St. Patrick. I am loved by Jesus. I am strong like Mary. I am humble like St. Bernadette, and it goes through all of them. There's a couple of different color schemes that I have for that, but it's just a simple, powerful way to have something that a lot of classrooms do have, and it's great for SEL and reminding students that they are awesome, but having a little bit of a Catholic twist on it. So it's another thing that I do. Catholic name tags. I know these are probably pretty hard. You're not going to find them at like a mainstream store or whatnot, but on these ones I include different prayers. So Guardian Angel prayer, Hail Mary, Our Father, maybe the Glory Be, but also all the things that they're going to need. So this one is one that I use for my upper elementary kids, and it has our multiplication chart, it has fractions, it has angles, and then it has the cursive on the top again, and then it also has God bless, and it has the student's name there. So just adding in, again, something that they're going to have on their desk. How can we make it a little more religious? How can we tie it to our faith? And then my jobs, this is probably one of my favorite things I do, is my jobs, which are all tied to a saint, and my kids love choosing which one and learning about the saints. So St. Anthony there is the job that's tied to our lost and found, the messenger, St. Michael the Archangel, St. Francis of Assisi. If you have a pet in your classroom, I don't have a classroom pet, but I know many of you do. St. Valentine is our greeter, so they stand at the front of the room or front at the door and invite everybody in. And so that's just really fun. And then St. Ignatius, patron saint of retreats. So on some of the weeks that the kids, I don't have enough jobs for all of them, you're on retreat for the week. Classroom schedule, you can add in just the little cards that talk about, sorry, don't mind the dog snoring in the background. And you can just put different cards on there that are related to our faith and different holidays and celebrations that we have. And then something that I'm working on right now that I've used the last 2 years for my classroom, but haven't created for all of you yet, are Catholic schedule cards. And so that will have mass or prayer services, when you're praying the rosary, or mass buddies or prayer buddies, things like that. So I'm going to be working on getting those out in the next couple weeks, so that they'll be specific to different things that we do in the Catholic classroom. Next up is a word wall. I know I use these for math often, and so why not use it for religion as well? So I suggest pulling vocabulary from your curriculum. You can flip to that glossary and make cards from there. You can change it for every unit. I know we have 5 units in our thing, so it's only adding to it every time and then taking it down after we finish the every 5th unit. You can also include seasonal words for Advent, Lent, Ordinary Time, Easter, Christmas, things like that. If you are in a grade that learns sacraments, you could also do the sacramental words and create a word wall for all the words that and vocabulary that students are expected to learn and know. And so this is an easy way to kind of pair what you're doing in the classroom to a display, and that the kids can reference often during religion class, or maybe they'll hear a word at mass and be, oh my gosh, I think I know we learned that word, and go back and check in on it. So definitely recommend having a religious word wall. And then the last one I'm going to talk about is posters. I love having different posters, and there's a couple different ones. So I use saint themed ones, Bible verse ones that are a little bit inspirational. And if you were here last week, you know my love of collaborative posters. So I'll just show you some pictures. So these are some of the ones that I have up in my room. And you can see here, these are saint quotes. I also have them in a set where you can just it just says the saint and pray for us. But these are really simple and beautiful. I love the artwork that comes with them. And just for students to learn a little bit more about the saints through these. Like I said, I like some inspirational religion quotes. So let your light shine. I have a whole set of those that I typically put up at the beginning of the year. This one over here, tell me what is it? Do you plan to do with your wild and precious life? This one is actually a Seton Scholars exclusive, but I love putting it up, and my husband actually has it up in his classroom as well, and just different quotes from some really awesome religious Catholic people. And so again, just inspiring students with the people that walk here with us. So and then lastly, my collaborative posters. We love changing these up and putting them up in the hallway or in our classroom. Sometimes on our classroom door we'll put them too, but these are just 3 examples: the Hail Mary, an Easter one, He is risen, and then a First Communion one as well. So just great different ways to brighten up the classroom and make it faith-filled. So and I'm just going to take a moment to talk a lot about what I talked about today, specifically classroom decor. Is all available in my Seton Scholars Teacher membership, which was created to help you and to make things a little bit easier for all of you. It saves time. That's my goal, is to make things easier. It's all faith-based. It's things that I'm using in my classroom as well. Every month, you're going to get an exclusive resource. And it's also, there's a community around it. And so we have a Facebook group where we can share, and I'll always post when there's new resources, or every month I'll let you know that things are ready to go. And so it's just a really nice community that we've created. Every month you'll get a monthly resource page, which includes the 3 things I'm going to talk about in a moment, but a blog post, exclusive resource, and a monthly calendar. Everything's laid out for you. So you'll get access to every single Catholic resource that I have on my TPT store, but you'll also get extras and exclusives, and everything's set up for you. So you'll click on the May date page, and you'll get everything that's good for faith formation, all the saints, any holidays, any decor, prayer services, all that's going to be organized for you. So you don't really even have to think about what's coming up. You can just tap to this page and it'll help plan your religion class for the whole month. You'll get a monthly blog post, which does give you kind of a little more context of what's going on in the month in our faith. And then you'll get an exclusive resource that can only be found in Seton Scholars. And so it'll talk a little bit about it, how to use it, and then you can download the resource. And then lastly, you'll get a monthly calendar, which is set up as a PDF, and it has clickable links. So you'll get the calendar, and then you can say, oh, I need a Mother's Day craft. I'm going to click on Mother's Day. Or I need a Pentecost activity. So you click on the Pentecost Sunday, and it's going to lead you right to that resource. So you don't even have to think. You can look at the calendar every month and plan your religion classes from there. And I'm running a sale or a discount on it for just the next few days. So you can get 10% off using the code SUMMER23. You can use the bit.ly, Seton Scholars, all caps, but it's good for any membership. So whether that's you want to just join as an individual monthly, or you could do the yearly or the quarterly, or maybe you're interested, maybe you're a school admin and you're interested in getting this for all your teachers. You can check out the school-wide memberships, and you also can receive 10% off that. And the best part is it renews at 10%. So if you do the monthly every month, you're receiving 10% off, or maybe you're doing the yearly, you have that for life. You're going to renew at 10% every year. So we'd love to have you. I'm adding more and more every single month to the membership. And another bonus is if you ever have any ideas of things that you want or need for your classroom, send me an email. I have a whole list from some teachers that email me in the last couple of weeks of things that I'm going to be working on over the summer and into the school year. So I'm always open to new ideas and love working with you to make things happen and come to life. So I hope that you'll join. Again, use that code summer23 at checkout. There's a little button you have to click to say, it asks, do you have a coupon code? And you can click there to join. So if you have any questions about the membership, certainly reach out or pop them in the comments. I'm happy to answer them. And I will put all these links again in once we wrap up here. So I do have a little freebie for you today for joining me as a thank you. So it's some Catholic posters. You can grab them using the QR code or the bit.ly Catholic posters, all caps again. But there's 5 posters just to get you started in your classroom. Again, I'll put that in the link or in the comments so you guys can grab those. And I did want to mention, if you haven't already, I'd love to have you join me for Prime Day deals for upper elementary and Catholic classrooms. I've got like a whole page of Catholic things I'm going to be sharing with you coming up next Tuesday and Wednesday. I'll put the link in the comments for this as well, but I'd love to have you join me and just sharing things that I use in my classroom that are on special deals, because anytime we can save a little bit of money on things that we're already buying is always a win. So I hope you'll join me for that. And now, without further ado, we're going to get to our giveaway. So I'd love for you to comment with your favorite music genre or your favorite band or favorite singer in the comments, and you will receive a $10 gift card to my website store for you to get, you know, anything that you want from there. So go ahead and comment. Once I wrap up, I will be picking someone and I'll send you a message with all that. So favorite music genre or favorite singer or band, put that in the comments to be entered to win. And then just thank you for joining me over these last 3 weeks. It's been so fun to connect with you and to read your comments and see what you're doing in your classrooms. Be sure to follow me at Adventures of a Fourth Grade Classroom on Instagram, or if you have a resource idea or just want to connect, Annie at adventuresofafourthgradeclassroom.com is where you can email me. And if you're not already part of our Facebook group for Catholic teachers, come join us. We have almost 2,000 teachers in the group collaborating all the time and sharing resource ideas or things, you know, to how to set this up or how to teach this. And it's really fun group to be a part of. So you can join us at Catholic Teacher FB, or you can use the link there. Again, I'll put it in the comments for you. But thank you so much for joining me over these last few weeks. It's been really great. And I hope you have learned something and are able to take something back to your classroom for this upcoming year. And I hope to see you back here next summer for our fourth summer of the Catholic Teacher Summer Series. Have a great one.